Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my OG family from all over the world. Welcome to tonight's Conversations on Success with Casey Nilsen Martin. I am in my home office here in Colorado. So excited to get to share with you a topic that I am so passionate about. So grab your favorite cup of OG. I'm sitting here with a green and red tea. Grab your favorite cup of OG, pop a couple capsules, and let's go on this incredible journey together this evening. I want to start out by thanking each and every one of you for your time tonight. I know this is going to be a great hour invested. I know that I feel like I invested a year into 1 hour last week with Dr. Bob Rakowski. My goodness, I've listened to that call so many times, was so inspired, and always, he does an incredible call. But if you haven't had a chance yet, go back to the official Organo OG Academy Facebook page and listen to that recording, the wisdom. You felt like you got a year's worth of wisdom in an hour. Absolutely incredible. So thank you for that last week, Dr. Bob, kicking off our new training platform called Conversations on Success. And also a huge congratulations to Dr. Bob and Kelly Rakowski, Miss Diane Solano, and on promoting brand new emeralds, Dr. Sachin Patel and his wife Deepa. Congratulations, brand new emeralds. I know Miss Sarinda and the Laos team and the Asian team popped a couple rubies and sapphires and just exploding things over in the Asian market. Ms. Blanca Secturis has just lightened the U.S. and Mexico markets on fire. Congratulations to all of our leaders and to each and every one of our family members around the world who are out there spreading the message and good news of Organo. I also want to send out a special thank you to our corporate staff and our corporate team who is behind the scenes just relentlessly supporting our needs and handling all of the challenges that we don't want to deal with, and they're handling it with the grace and excitement and belief in Organo that just allows us to do what we need to do. So I want to say a special congratulations and a huge thank you to all of our support staff in the corporate offices all over the world and all of our country managers. Just thank you so much for all that you do for each of us. I know that, I believe it was Einstein that says, I can see so far because I stand on the shoulders of giants. And there's been some wonderful giants that we get to stand on and expand our vision of how far we can see. And, you know, I'm really excited today because network marketing, it's what we do. It's a huge part of who we are. And oddly enough, it's a part of the business that sometimes people never take the time to really understand. So tonight, I'm really going to dive deep. We're going to take a deep dive into network marketing. What is it? What does it mean? How can you conceptualize this incredibly brilliant and intelligent profession that you and I get to work in? And how do we treat it like a profession? How do we get the most out of this incredible vehicle and this incredible financial tool? And truly, network marketing is one of the most powerful business models, if not the most powerful business model I have ever seen or studied. And when you're looking at the best business model, those of you on the line tonight who are dialed in as Organo family members and soon to be OG family partners, you literally get to be involved in the best of the best of the best. And so we're going to dive right in. This call will be recorded. So for those of you that are not, some people are great note takers. And if you are, I'm all about that. I love to take notes. But if you're not a great note taker and you're one of the people that while you're taking notes, you're missing what's being said, the call's recorded. I encourage you to go back and listen to it a second time, and maybe your second time through take notes. But let's dive into this incredible profession. Network marketing. You can see here, network marketing is a lot about lifestyle. And it's about lifestyle, and lifestyle means different things to different people. But when you take control of your finances and you take control of the direction of your finances and your future, whether that's looking for a little bit of income or a whole lot of income or building just one of these empires that duplicates and scales different teams all over the world, it's about travel. What does lifestyle look like to you? Maybe it's the big home. Maybe it's the incredible travel. Maybe it's spending more time with your family. Maybe it's, you know, like this young lady here, kayaking in this beautiful lake up in the mountains. How would you spend your time if you truly owned your time? And, you know, maybe it's giving back, making the planet a better place. But you can see this picture here under the words network marketing. It's time to roll up our sleeves. And so we're going to roll up our sleeves and get talking about what network marketing really is. Because my personal belief is that the more you understand something, the better your confidence with that thing can be. The more you experience something, the better your confidence. And we do sell what we do, and we have the most amazing products. But hand in hand, the other side of the coin of selling our incredible product line is we sell our belief, and we sell our confidence, and we sell our commitment. And I have found in my career that's now 10 years here with Organo that a lot of people maybe have lacking confidence or belief in the industry of network marketing. So what is network marketing? Network marketing, direct sales, multi-level marketing, it's evolved. It's been around for decades. And it's simply a way to produce income. It's a way to produce income that's really incredible. And we're going to highlight a lot of the incredible ways. For those of you who are familiar with Robert Kiyosaki, he wrote a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he talks about, the different quadrants of making money. And basically he talks about there's 4 ways to produce income. You can have a job as an employee. It's where 5% of the wealth in the world is. You can be self-employed, which means you maybe started your own business. 95% of the population is either employed or self-employed. So the majority of people that you come across, they live on the left side of this quadrant. They're either employed, they have a job, or they're self-employed, okay? Then we go to the right side of this quadrant where 95% of the wealth is and only 5% of the population is, where you're either a business owner or an investor. So 95% of the population either works for somebody else or is self-employed. 5% of the population either owns a system or owns investments. What's so incredible, and one of the pitfalls, so to speak, of network marketing is that here with Organo, we actually reside in this B quadrant, because when you get involved in Organo, when you get involved in network marketing, you're getting a system. You're getting the groundwork already ready for you. Another example of a business owner in the B quadrant over here would be like somebody who owns a franchise or a very large-scale business that has over 500 employees. And so when we look at owning a system, you can tell that the majority of the wealth in the world is actually being produced in these 2 quadrants. So people don't just go from being an employee or being self-employed to becoming an investor. A lot of people, investor, that's one of those quadrants where you kind of got to have money to make money. And so the best way to transition yourself into the side of the quadrant that's known for producing wealth is by becoming involved in network marketing. And we're going to talk about network marketing tonight because it's so powerful. So network marketing is a business model. It's a tool that allows you to take control over your financial destiny. So let's talk about the facts. Now, these next few facts I'm going to give you actually come from the Direct Selling Association here in the United States. Now, network marketing expands well beyond the United States. It's a global market. It's international. There are countries all over the world that participate in network marketing. As you know, with Organo, we operate in dozens of markets globally and are continuing our expansion. I know Bolivia is on fire right now, just growing by leaps and bounds, causing more expansion down into the South American market. So congratulations on your success there. But let's talk about what the facts say. When it comes to the statistics that are available, that I was able to find credible facts for tonight's call, the direct selling population, guys, there's over 18 million people just in the United States that participate in network marketing. So just let that sink in for a second. Have you ever caught yourself feeling like, oh my God, am I the only one? Am I the only one who's excited? Sometimes you kind of feel like you're out on an island when you're excited about this business, and maybe you've just experienced your first rejection, or maybe you've just had somebody say something negative about your opportunity or your industry, and it can feel like a very isolated place when you're going through some of that emotional roller coaster of starting a new business. And we're going to talk about a little bit later what Jim Rohn calls disciplining your disappointments, and how to really gain control of your emotions to understand how to maximize the opportunity within your business. But just in the United States alone, there's over 18 million people. Almost 5 million of those people, they build the business part-time. You heard Dr. Bob Rakowski say last weekend that he builds the business part-time. And the power of part-time, ladies and gentlemen, is in the consistency and in the belief. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit later. 26% of the people in the United States that participate in network marketing today are baby boomers. 34% are Generation X. And look at this, 37% are millennials. 37% are millennials. Guys, you're seeing a larger and larger demographic of younger people that are saying, hey, listen, I want to make a difference. I want the flexibility to really live my life. You're seeing these trends that millennials are saying, listen, I'm willing to do something different, to stand out, to leap out of my comfort zone and live the dream of humanity. You know, we look at network marketing here in the United States, it's every single state participates in the industry. Wellness, when it comes to the network marketing industry, wellness products and health and wellness products continue to grow as the fastest growing, largest category of products and services offered by the industry. Guys, that's a hint and a clue, and that's why Organo is so focused on this wellness market, because it's what the world wants. So the world has some wellness problems. Organo comes in and says, listen, we have some things that we believe are solutions to some wellness problems that can add benefit and value to your life, and we're literally giving to people exactly what they want. Now, when you look at gender roles in the direct selling industry and network marketing, multi-level marketing, 73%, more than half of the people involved in this incredible industry are women. And I'm going to talk a little bit later about why that's important to know and understand why this demographic is so strong within the business model. Now, I remember when I first got started in the business, I was so excited. I had already had my first sale within like 48 hours. We were rocking and rolling, bought my gold pack, super excited. My parents are excited. And I had my first person say something about 2 or 3 days into the business. I was telling somebody, I started my own business. I'm so excited. You've got to try this coffee. You know, all the verbal vomit that happens when you get really excited. And I had my first person say something negative about network marketing. And it was like my balloon popped. Imagine being a little kid. You're all happy, waving your balloon, showing the whole world, I got this beautiful balloon. And somebody comes over and pops it. It was like devastating. I was like, oh my God, I had no idea there were people out there who thought negatively about this industry. And I started having this mental conversation with myself. I started having something called buyer's remorse, where I went, oh my God, what did I do? But luckily, I was surrounded by incredible people, and Stephen and Deanna Nilsen, my incredible parents and business partners, in their wisdom and their maturity as business owners, they've learned a long time ago not to care what other people think about what you're doing. So long as you're not hurting anybody, you're adding value, and what you're doing is legal and ethical, you go for it, and you go for it with your whole heart. And so I went through this, what I call a roller coaster of emotions, my first few days in the business, realizing that, wow, you know, nobody ever thought it was weird that I worked for somebody else. Nobody ever said anything about that. But here I come involved in network marketing, and somebody goes, oh, one of those things, right? But what's so cool is as you build your belief and you take control of that conversation in your mind, you take control of it, you realize that direct selling and network marketing is part of the fabric of America. It's part of the fabric all over the world. Many of you heard our chairman, Mr. Paul Caldwell, talk about how the leadership of the country of South Africa has actually said that Organo has done more for the economy, and Organo has done more for the South African people and the people of South Africa than the mining industry. Guys, we're literally this industry that you are so excited to be a part of is part of the fabric of the global economy. Here in the United States, 1 in 7 households participates in the industry. So what is it about network marketing that is so incredible? Well, part of it is it's an accessible path to entrepreneurship. I'm going to give you an example here in a few minutes of why the traditional business model is so scary and so risky, of why only having a job can be so scary and so risky. See, the old school mentality in the 20th century, when we were still really heavily involved in the industrial age, before the information and technology age came about, it was go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and don't start a business. It's too risky. Well, today it's literally the exact opposite. of how it used to be, and that the best thing you can do is actually become an entrepreneur. And that's why so many people are getting involved in this incredible industry, and why you have separated yourself into this class of brilliant, amazing, heartfelt, caring entrepreneurs that are going out there and building in a business model that is truly about people helping people. So what are some things to pay attention to about this awesome industry that you're in? It says direct sellers value opportunity. Americans are turning to direct selling because it meets their needs. 62% of the people that will join your business, that will join your growing organization, are looking for long-term supplemental income. See, sometimes even in our presentations, and we do have short-term income available. We have smaller income, medium income, bigger income. We're going to talk about all of that. But sometimes we're afraid to talk about the long term with people and tell them the truth that, you know, long-term income is available here, but long-term income takes time and it takes hard work. But 62% of the people that you're talking to every single day, that's exactly what they're looking for. 65% of the people want flexibility. Why? Have you ever had a chance to go do something you really wanted to do, invest quality time with your family or in a hobby that you really enjoy, and you couldn't do it because of the constraints of a traditional job, or of owning your own business and having so many employees? People are looking for flexibility. And 62% of the people that you come across, they're looking to get our incredible products at a discounted price. What's so great about this business is things have changed. Even in the last 10 years that I've been involved, there's a lot more positivity in the industry when it comes to network marketing now than there was even 10 years ago. And there will be even more 10 years from now and 20 years from now as network marketing continues to establish itself as an honorable and brilliant profession. 78% of the people involved in network marketing today say it meets or exceeds their expectations. That's beautiful news. 82% give network marketing an excellent review, and 78% of the people that you know that are involved in this industry would actually recommend this industry to other people. People are motivated by different things. Why is network marketing so awesome? Because success means different things to different people. People have motivations about the products, making sure they're getting the products in their body, they're able to use them, that they're able to get them at wholesale or discounted prices. People are looking for flexibility in their lifestyle, to network and grow their network. Network is a really powerful word amongst the rich and the wealthy and entrepreneurs with great experience. You know, one of the things about lifestyle motivations here, network marketing and Organo, we allow you to be recognized for what you do. So many people go through their day-to-day job, their day-to-day work life, even their day-to-day home life, and they never get recognized or appreciated. You know, I read a statistic years ago that said 65% of people don't quit their job, they quit their boss. They quit their culture and environment because they just don't feel appreciated. They just don't feel like they're getting the recognition they deserve. And Organo literally has a plan in place for you to be recognized for your accomplishments. What a cool industry. And our entrepreneurial motivations, long-term income, short-term income, the potential to have a massive income. Network marketing empowers people. Isn't that what you're here to do? Remember, this is about taking back control over the conversation, because you may or may not hear things like, oh, it's one of those things. Is that a pyramid? Those things don't work. And you're going to hear people throughout the course of your career. If you're out there working, you're going to hear people out throughout the course of your career with Organo, building your dreams, hitting your goals. You're going to hear people that don't understand. And I'm going to talk to you about how to help those people understand. And truly, guys, education is the best way for you to do that, okay? Direct sellers, this is huge. Network marketers are more affluent than the average American. What does that mean? It means that those families that participate in network marketing, on average, they bring in more household income. So automatically you're putting yourself into a category of people that say, hey, listen, growing a network marketing business is really huge. It's really helpful to our lifestyle and our family income. These different surveys, a 2018 Growth and Outlook survey says that 80% of those involved in direct selling rate their experience as excellent, very good, or good. So there's a lot of good news and a lot of good energy surrounding this incredible industry that we're in. A national Salesforce study done this year in 2019 said that people are looking for modest to significant income, the ability to purchase products at a discount, to develop business and personal skills. Guys, the world is looking to get better with people. They want to be happier in their life. They want to have more fulfillment. They're looking for recognition, the ability to attend network meetings. Why? Because we are social animals. We are social beings. Being together with purpose, with positivity, it's an incredible motivator for a lot of the people that you're going to be talking to. So in your mind, or while you're taking notes, be thinking of the things that people are looking for. They're looking to share the things they believe in. When you have a great movie, you share it. When you find a great restaurant, you share it. If you go on a date and it really doesn't go well, you're sharing the exact opposite of a recommendation with the people that you know. People talk about the things that they know, like, and trust with the people that they know, love, and trust. People are looking to enjoy the camaraderie of getting together, of having a reason. I see so many people in the business industry that get it wrong, and their after hours, so to speak, are full of alcohol and cursing and gossip and all these things that, you know what, people put up with it because they don't want to feel alone. Or they go home and they're alone and they don't network and they don't build relationships because they don't want to be a part of that culture. And here comes network marketing that says, you know what, we're not going to tell you what to do, but we do have some recommendations about creating a strong culture, about building a business right, and what people are truly looking for. And we have get-togethers where we're talking about teaching and education and empowering and hope and vision, and we're teaching skill sets, the kinds of things that when you leave an OG meeting, it's the best part of your day. You know, Dr. Ann Cohen, she's a professor of marketing at the Kellogg School of Management, and here's what she said after studying network marketing. She said the first thing that I'll say was she was surprised at the importance of the non-financial aspects that people enjoy about network marketing. Being valued by the company, being valued by their sponsor, taking joy in the social sides of the business and sharing the products, even though these have nothing to do with the income people make, they are persistently important in the reasons that people choose to become a distributor. So I added down here at the bottom, culture counts. Guys, people are getting involved in the business to make money. Absolutely. People are getting involved in the business to use the products. Absolutely. But people are staying involved in the business in addition to those two things because of how this business makes them feel. So make sure when you're building a culture, and you're responsible for building your culture, how are you treating people? Treat people right. I'm not here as your boss. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I recommend personally not having alcohol at network marketing events. It's not because I don't partake in the occasional glass of wine, or it's not about any of that. But I've seen so many people in business ruin their reputation because they don't know their limits, or they overindulge, or a night gets away with them and they make choices that they can't take back. And literally for a glass of wine, they're ruining a 10, 20, 30-year reputation, and building that reputation back takes longer than it did the first time. So when I'm talking about culture, it's as simple as smiling at the people in your life. It's as simple as welcoming every single person that comes to your meeting, whether with a smile, a handshake, or a hug. Everybody's culture there is a little bit different, but be warm, be friendly, genuinely care about people. That's where the strength in network marketing is. There's nothing quite so powerful as looking somebody in the eye and being like, I care about you, I've got your back, let's do this together, not go out and do it. It's an incredibly powerful motivator when it comes to this industry. And Organo has built a wonderful culture. And that's what I love about this business. People who are out to take advantage of other people, or to hurt other people, or involved for other reasons, they don't stay here very long, because the dead and the living don't live together. Guys, when we have this living culture, we have this positivity and uplifting, it's really awesome to see what can happen when you're encouraging each other. That doesn't mean that challenges don't come. They come, and they come often. The only people in the world who don't have challenges are buried in a cemetery. So next time you encounter a challenge, just be like, cool, it means I'm still living. It means I still got stuff to do, right? So one of the aspects about network marketing is the financial piece. It's a huge piece. I think it's 100% part of the piece. Just like I believe our Organoderma and our products are also 100% part of the piece. You look at this picture here, it's a butterfly being weighed down by a rock. It's hard to fly when something is weighing you down. Have you ever felt the weight of your debt? Student loan debt, mortgage debt, credit card debt. So many people are feeling the weight and they don't know how to get out of it. Well, you have residual bills. Why not have residual income? Think about it. Your bills come like clockwork and they don't miss, right? Well, what if your income came like clockwork too? And that's what the system of Organo is all about. That's what the system of network marketing is all about. And that's why this industry is so freaking incredible, right? I get so fired up. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not putting down jobs. I've had a job. I'm glad that I don't have to have a job anymore. But I don't tell people, hey, join my business and quit your job. It starts out as supplemental income. And for the majority of people, it will stay that way forever. It's okay. Don't force your dreams and goals on other people. Become the leader who can project and communicate the vision that allows that anybody to be a part of it. No matter their gender, no matter their weight, no matter their background, no matter their culture, or the size of their dreams. I love my customer that drinks 1 box of black coffee as much as I love the Diamonds and Crown Ambassadors. Why? I don't give the customer who drinks 1 box of black the same amount of time, energy, or attention, but I love them all the same because those 1 boxes at a time, over time, consistently developed by a group and a network, turns into a massive amount of volume and product being moved. But the core of network marketing is people helping other people. How many of you know someone or can relate to somebody in the bottom half of this picture here where the workplace is more of a like dog eat dog, shark in the water kind of place? What I love about Organo is truly you see people from within other teams and other networking lines, and they come together and support, and they come together and celebrate the success of other people. Truly, that's something you can't put a price tag on because it's something that the world is looking for, and that's something that network marketing in Organo offers. Personal growth. I love it. This little brain, he's lifting up his weights. He's getting ripped, right? Personal growth is huge. It has to deal with confidence. Now, personal growth isn't necessary to build a small business. Personal growth is not necessary to make $300 to $400 or $500 a month. A little bit of activity, following up, following through, you're going to be good to go. But for those of you that are looking for more than just one aspect of the business, you're looking for all of the aspects, the leadership, the making a difference, the making long-term substantial residual income, all of the great things, personal fulfillment, those kinds of things, you're going to want personal growth. And network marketing encourages it. Organo encourages it. Right from the get-go with our strategic partnership with Think and Grow Rich and the Napoleon Hill World Learning Center. Up here, I've put up a couple of my favorite books. There's a lot of material out there. If you're not a reader, don't fret. Audiobooks, YouTube, there's some great information. OG Academy, go on and listen to some of the great news that's out there about this business. But these are some of my favorites. Build Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. It's an audiobook that Mr. Ruby Ray Lordeman out of Greeley, Colorado introduced me 2 years ago. I have probably listened to it 200 to 300 times. Just an incredible, incredible book. Skills with People was the first book I read in network marketing. Business of the 21st Century, we're going to quote that, all the statistics and facts in that book a lot tonight. Parable of the Pipeline, Biology of Belief, anything by John C. Maxwell. You've got a lot of great choices when you're looking to grow your mind. I recommend a little bit of reading a day. You don't have to, I love to read, and I read lots of books, but don't confuse reading with personal development. It's true to be said that it's more valuable to read one book 20 times than to read 20 books once. It's not a competition. It's not a race. If you read for 2 to 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day, I recommend 10 to 30, but if you read for 10 minutes a day and you really think about what you read and you really try to put into action what you've read, I'm here to tell you, you will start to see the results. The challenge with personal development is it's a hard metric to measure. What does that mean? It's kind of like going to the gym. If you go to the gym and you start working out, you do one workout, you come home and you look in the mirror, you can't tell that you've done anything. You go to the gym the next day and you come home and you look in the mirror, you can't tell. Maybe even the first month, you go to the gym every day, you come home, you look in the mirror and you can't tell a difference. And the thing is, it's different for every person. I don't know when, but I do know that if you keep doing it consistently, you will get to see the results of plugging into a better source of information, of a higher quality information, of positive information that says we can design the future. We do not have to live by default. We can be the architect of our world. What are the experts saying about network marketing? I don't know about you. It gives me a lot of confidence when somebody that I went to high school with laughs at me for being in network marketing, and then I come over here and I read about Brian Tracy, who's done incredible things in the business world, and he says that the business model has been proven successfully worldwide for more than 50 years, and it works for anyone willing to invest the necessary sweat equity required of any business. Zig Ziglar says, spending an evening with a bunch of network marketers, and you will be amazed by their positive attitudes, their friendliness, their willingness to help each other. Isn't it crazy that when you look at the business world, that so few business models or companies actually offer these amazing things, and you can get all of this from network marketing and being partnered in this Organo family? It's amazing. Network marketing is the fastest growing business model in the world today, says Robert Kiyosaki. You are in the right place. Now, I never talk politics or religion, but I do have an excerpt from a magazine article here that talks about famous supporters of the network marketing industry. I'm not making any political statements here. It does say Donald Trump, both Donald Trump and Bill Clinton both support network marketing. Bob Proctor, a huge believer in network marketing. Robert Kiyosaki, Warren Buffett, Richard Branson, Oprah Winfrey, some of the biggest names in the investing world are saying great things about this incredible industry. Les Brown says network marketing has produced more millionaires than any other industry in the history of the world. Imagine how incredibly brilliant you are to have seen the vision and allowed that little seed of hope, that little ember of hope, and you're turning that ember into a roaring bonfire because you're equipping yourself with the correct knowledge that you need to continue to grow your belief, your confidence, and your power when it comes to this industry. Network marketing, and Anthony Robbins, he said, it's beautiful because you have all the benefits of being a business owner, but you don't have to worry about the supply chain. You don't have to worry about accounting. And there are great companies out there, guys. We are here to change the world. Network marketing is the American dream, grassroots capitalism, according to Jim Rohn. Network marketing, according to Steve Covey, is an undeniable way to entrepreneurship and independence. Have you ever wanted to be independent? Even Bill Gates said if he had to do it all over again, he would choose network marketing. Dave Ramsey, known as a financial expert throughout the world, says the worst thing we can do is get a second job. The best thing we can do is start a home-based business. Mark Yarnell says network marketing is the only industry that allows common people to earn millions of dollars with a minimal investment and zero overhead. Coupled with time freedom and the joy to travel around the globe, there are 3 magic words that will work for all of us. Just don't quit. Guys, this is incredibly exciting when you look at the opportunity. And one of the things that makes network marketing so powerful as a business model is it destroys the typical chain of distribution. So typically when a product is created, we'll take shoes, for example. Shoes are created someplace and then they're put together another place, and you got these giant containers. Those containers are shipped somewhere, broken down into smaller pieces, shipped somewhere else, broken down into smaller pieces, shipped somewhere else, broken down into smaller pieces, then shipped to a retail store, then sold to consumers. The problem with that is every time they break down this bulk ship order, they increase the price. Over time, when some of the areas where capitalism has gone wrong is over time, people have not liked to see little chunks of their profit getting eaten up throughout the chain of distribution. And so what they do is they skimp on quality. Think about it. When was the last time you bought something? It's the exact same thing you bought 20 years ago. It's even the same price, but the quality is garbage compared to what you used to get. Well, here in network marketing, we create the product, it's shipped to our warehouse, direct to you, and then you retail it to the consumers. Or you use our incredible website that we're developing and our some OG Pay things. Keep your eye open on your email as we upgrade and continue to transition and capitalize on the incredible technology available. But you're cutting out the middleman while keeping the quality of the product, or even taking some of that chain of distribution income and increasing the quality of the product. And so you're delivering a higher quality product to the market for a more affordable price because you've cut out the traditional industrial age chain of distribution. So when we're talking about opportunity, the income is there if you're willing to put in the work. And you can see your money is now lifting weights. Your money can get stronger. It can grow. If you leverage and you create teamwork, it's really awesome what can happen. So I really like this. I put this together. Now let me give you my, what I call my disclaimer. I just made up some numbers here, but I'm thinking we can all pretty much agree that within reason, I'm not too far off of the numbers. But these numbers, just so you know, I made them up. And we're going to do some comparisons, some cost analysis here on time and effort. To become a doctor, startup costs, $100,000 plus or minus in education. Actually, I recently read that to become a doctor, your student tuition can be anywhere from $60,000 to $100,000 per year. And you're looking at least 4 to 6 to 8 years, depending on what type of doctor you want to be. So I actually feel that with $100,000 in startup costs for education, plus your insurance and the cost of starting your own practice, I feel like we're actually being very, very conservative here. Years to profitability, I put 5 years. And that's debatable because some people have been working as a doctor for 10, 15, 20 years and they're still paying off their student loans. So it depends on how you measure profitability. But let's say, I think it's fair to say that it could take 5 years to become profitable. And that's if you're starting your own practice, right? Average hours per week, 40 plus. I don't know somebody who's gone through all that schooling and all that risk and all those sleepless nights to not make their practice work. They're going to be putting in 40 hours a week easy. Potential earnings, here's the thing. I know a lot of doctors, I know a lot of dentists, I know a lot of chiropractors, I know people in the medical profession that they do make a lot of money. They're making 6 figures a year. But remember, their insurance costs are really high, their overhead is really high, and typically people who are earning in this category also have higher bills. They live in a little bit nicer house, they drive a little bit nicer car, they eat in a little bit nicer restaurants. So the lifestyle tends to kind of even out over time. Residual income, money that keeps coming in after the work is done, 0. There's no opportunity for residual income if you're a dentist, unless you start some kind of dentist franchise and you put all of the energy, effort, time, and income and capital that goes into that. You're not looking at very much options for residual income. Let's look at a business owner. I'm familiar a little bit with this industry. My dad was the owner and operator of his own construction company, but I know personally that his business costs over 6 figures to get started. By the time you add in trucks and tools and insurance and testing fees and licensing fees and all of those things, you're looking at a 6-figure startup cost. You may have an education as a traditional business owner, you may not. So if you have startup costs there, you can add education costs. You're looking at 2 to 10 years to profitability. My dad took about 3 years to profitability in his company. I know people who have started their own business as small business owners. They've been at it for 10 years and they're still not profitable and they're working very hard. So it just depends. There's a lot of wiggle room in some of these numbers. At least 40 hours per week. Show me somebody who owns a small business. They're not putting in 4 10-hour days a week. They're putting in 6 10-hour days a week, right? You're looking at a solid, a really modest 6-figure income. Residual income, not likely. A teacher. So we've got people who've started their own business, and then we have people that are looking at a 4-year college. That can be anywhere from, you know, obviously if you got all your college paid for, that's amazing, but let's talk about somebody who didn't, and they're looking at $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $100,000, $150,000 in student loans. They said, you know what, you got a bachelor's degree, now you need a master's degree. Some people take that one step farther, and now they have a doctorate. There was an article in Time magazine. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-job, and I'm not anti-education. I'm just up on information. I'm up on being an entrepreneur, because There's so many people. This Time magazine article said that the trillion-dollar industry that is student loan debt is literally keeping people trapped for life. I had an Uber driver not too long ago, and I was sampling him, of course, and I asked him how long he'd been driving Uber, and he's like, well, actually, I'm an engineer, and my wife is an engineer, but our student loan debt is about $1,800 a month between the two of us because we deferred the payments as long as we could. And because of the $1,800 a month that it costs us, in order for us to live in a home and not an apartment, we have to drive Uber in the evenings after working a full-time job. So you have years to pay off student debt. Again, 40 hours a week. I'm sure the teachers out there are laughing at me going, ha, I wish I worked 40 hours a week. And I think we're being pretty generous with $60,000 in potential income, right? Then you look at Organo. You get started at the gold pack plus shipping. Okay, and let's say you could even add on there the $400 to $500 a month in Star Achiever volume, so $500 a month for a case of product because you're being a Star Achiever, and maybe some of your travel costs to the twice yearly events. You can be profitable even adding those other expenses in 90 days or less. I know people who've done it in 24 hours because they went out and they sold their entire pack. I know people who've done it their first week because they actually had meetings where they brought people over and people got started, and from the fast start bonuses and actually retailing product at these meetings, they were profitable within their first week. For me, it was 2 weeks. And I know people who've done it in their first 3 months, taking it a little slower. I also know people who've never become profitable because they've never sold any product and they had one meeting and they didn't make $1 million, so they gave up, right? Average hours per week, you get to set the bar. It's up to you. 2 hours, 40 hours, you get to decide. 0 hours doesn't produce any revenue, but you don't have to work a 40-hour work week in your business. Most people do not. And there's unlimited potential earnings. That could be $300 a month, $300 a week, $300,000 a year, $3 million a year. It depends on what you're willing to work for. Then you have unlimited residual income. It's powerful, powerful. So when somebody's trying to shake your tree and your confidence about this industry, just get educated about the industry that you're truly in. And we're going to talk about how to handle some of those objections. As you can see here, Bill Loswell said, people are afraid of things they don't understand. So when people say, is that a pyramid? Is that a pyramid scheme? Is that one of those things? Is that one of those, and they say it, and they're not saying it nicely. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're kind of snarky about it. Don't get defensive. I was with somebody once, and somebody asked them, oh, is that a pyramid? And the person turned around and said, you're in a pyramid. You have a job. And I was like, whoa, calm down. We don't have to get defensive. People are afraid of things they don't understand. If someone is open-minded and respectful, and you want to educate them about some of the things that you've learned, Trish Carlson uses the feel, felt, found. You know what? I understand how you feel. I have felt that way. But what I have found working with these incredible people is that network marketing is a powerful industry. I'd love to send you an article or a book recommendation, or if you were willing to meet some of the amazing people and talk to them about this industry, you can learn some of the things that I've learned about it, but don't get defensive. Sometimes people try to put people down who have a job. That's a terrible choice. Please do not do that. There's nothing wrong with having a job. Matter of fact, it's quite respectable to see people out there working hard to keep their promises. I admire that. But make sure you're educating people. Now, I am going to specifically address one topic of objections that sometimes people experience because people go, oh my God, is that a pyramid scheme? And so many people don't know what a pyramid is, so they don't know how to answer. First of all, if somebody says to me, oh my God, is that one of those things? I don't really get this objection a lot anymore. I did a lot more when I didn't have as much confidence, and so it must have come across like I did it when I was explaining things. But when people say, is it a pyramid scheme? I'll ask them, what does that mean? Because some people will say, oh, it means it's illegal. Well, no, I would never do anything illegal. And so some people will say, oh, is it one of those things where only the people at the top make money? No, matter of fact, I know people involved in the business who make more every single week than their sponsors do every single month because they work the business harder, they take it more seriously, they're more consistent. So you can start asking questions, but I want to educate you with this is just a little screenshot I took from an article that just kind of explained the difference between multi-level marketing and network marketing and a pyramid scheme. What is a pyramid scheme? There's no product or no obvious product, okay? A pyramid scheme typically encourages a large initial investment. I know people, unfortunately, who've literally put in $10, $20, $30, $40,000 to start a business and come to find out those weren't legitimate opportunities. So that's one of the great things about being with Organo. Do we have a product? Yes. Do we have a high initial investment? Absolutely not. Even the gold pack is not a high investment. Guys, when you look at this product and what people are getting in value, it's awesome. The inability to out-earn anybody above you constitutes a pyramid. We know that's not true. There are people here in the business, I'm not going to call them out, but there are plenty of opportunities. Every single person on this call, you can out-earn your sponsor. You can out-earn your upline. If you're willing to put in the work and do what they did and beyond and grow and be more consistent and work hard, absolutely. There's unlimited opportunity for you. When you're promising large earnings and no effort, it's a pyramid. There's no training whatsoever. It's give me your money and then go away. That's not network marketing. That's a pyramid. If you're super aggressive in your approach and you never tell the truth, that's fraud. That's a pyramid. So guys, we are in network marketing. The Federal Trade Commission recognizes this business model as a legitimate opportunity. This business model has gone all the way through the court systems to earn its legitimacy. And that's why you see so many of these professional experts talking about the power of network marketing and why they believe in it and why they even encourage their own employees to participate. Robert Kiyosaki encourages his employees to participate in network marketing because he's always looking for investors for his next great idea. And his employees, he knows he doesn't pay them enough for them to have enough money to invest. But if they start a business where they can earn supplemental or significant income. So let's talk about sweat equity. This is my disclaimer slide because I've just shared with you some powerful things about, there are people in Organo who have made millions of dollars, who are making millions of dollars, who will make millions of dollars. There are people making hundreds of thousands and who will continue to do so, and new people who will be making that type of income. There are people making tens of thousands per year. There are people making thousands per year, and there are people making hundreds per year, and there are people who make $0. The results that you're going to get in network marketing, the results that you're going to get in Organo, they're not guaranteed. Guys, it's not a lottery ticket. Anything truly worth having takes hard work. The results that you get will be in direct proportion to the effort, work, and activity you put in, the size of the organization you build, and the amount of product that you sell. You don't need to embellish. You don't need to overpromise. In my experience, truth is the best course of action. The truth is enough. Our products are amazing. Let people experience the amazingness that is Ganoderma and our incredible skincare line. Our business model is amazing. Let people experience that. And here's one other pet peeve that I have about this industry that I think so many people have gotten wrong in so many different companies. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. It's not about the brand of car you drive, the block you live in, the brand of clothes you wear. It's not about that stuff. Don't let somebody pressure you in to spending money on things to impress other people with how much money you make. Have some financial literacy. Get involved with people who truly have your best interest at heart, okay? Network marketing allows you to make a difference. The quote up here says, you could have the world in the palm of your hand, but it doesn't mean a thing until you change it. Organo is changing lives all over the world. I truly believe with every sample, with every sachet, we're changing lives. And our Bags for Life initiative is absolutely incredible. And the OG Cares Foundation, and we've done so many things as a company and so many of you as individuals. I am proud and honored to be part of this incredible opportunity. Let's talk for a minute about women in network marketing. Now, men, I'm not excluding you by any means. I want you to pay attention to some of the statistics that I'm about to give you, and you'll see why it's such a powerful avenue for women. This Financial Planning Standards Council report reported that women feel more financial stress than men. Now, that might surprise you, But let me explain. You can see on this statistic here, women report more financial stress than men. And here's why. Here's some statistics about money and women that are quite startling. 47% of women over the age of 50 are single. What does that mean? It means that 47% of women over the age of 50, they are financially responsible for themselves. So think about retirement and how many people that are even couples aren't prepared for retirement. Now imagine being single on either side of the equation, right? Women's retirement income is less than half of that of a man's retirement income. Some for obvious reasons. Women in the marketplace today still receive lower salaries than their male counterparts. And women spend 14 years longer out of the workforce on average than their male counterparts due to raising a family, having children, keeping a home. So those are statistics that come from the National Center for Women in Retirement Research. Women are expected, so get this, women are making less income, they have less set aside for retirement, and yet they're expected to live 7 to 10 years longer than men. Could you see how that might be a problem? Could you see why baby boomers, one of their #1 fears is actually living longer than their money? Can you imagine? We live at the greatest time in human history, and there are actually people out there today who are afraid of living too long. Guys, we have this incredible banner. What I feel is a moral obligation to go out and share this incredible industry of network marketing, to educate people on its true value when done correctly. Women are expected to live 7 to 10 years longer than men. If you're a married woman who is a baby boomer, you can actually expect to outlive your spouse by 15 to 20 years. So this can cause financial emergency for a lot of people, and all of us know and love someone in this age group who could potentially be affected by these alarming statistics. Of the elderly living in poverty, 75% of them are women. So these statistics, they have repercussions. Of the elderly who live in poverty, 3 out of 4 are women. Approximately 7 out of 10 women will live in poverty at some time in their life. So what if we had this incredible business model where there was no risk, where there was little to no risk, you could work together with a group of people, you could avoid the dependency choices that some people are out there being forced to make, there's no glass ceiling, there's no limits on your income, you can increase your self-esteem and take control of your time. Guys, this is powerful, and this is part of the reason why 75+% of the people who participate in this amazing industry are women, because they see the value of working for themselves, working as part of a team, nurturing and nourishing people to grow and be their best. It's really quite fantastic. When it comes to Organo and this business model, I just tossed a few things up there that are benefits that Organo offers. Ganoderma, coffee and tea, weight management, skincare, opportunity, income, relationships, recognition, hope, positivity, flexibility, experiences, traveling the world, making a difference, growing as a person, being a leader, and so many others. All of these things and more are available with Organo. Organo is the best of the best in the industry of network marketing. There is nothing easier to sell and share and recommend than coffee. That's good for you, that has Ganoderma. So remember to start with your why. What's your why? Out of all of these great reasons and benefits that I've given you tonight, what's moving you? What moved you to sign the application? And remember to always come back to your why, because it's not about perfection. It's about effort. When you implement that effort into your life every single day, that's where transformation happens. That's how change occurs. Keep going and remember why you started. You've got to have a target. We teach these kinds of things. You know, I actually made a list here of skills that you learn in network marketing. You learn an attitude of success, how to dress for success, overcoming personal fears and doubts and lack of confidence, overcoming the fear of rejection. You learn communication skills, people skills, time management skills, accountability skills, money management and financial literacy skills, and practical goal setting skills, just to name a few. This is real life business skills In the real world, I have met with so many people who say, wow, I learned more in my first year in Organo through the training platforms and the meetings than I did in 4 years in college about business, and I have a business degree. Why? Because Organo is about empowering people to be their best. Organo can only grow if we are growing Organo. And so they invest in us, and it creates this full circle win-win of success. So develop your why. Take action toward your goals. Dream big. It is free to dream big. It costs you nothing to dream big. It might be very expensive for you to dream small. Consistency is key. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. Consistency is key. Please don't eat any elephants. That's a terrible example. Forget I said that one. But you get what I'm saying, right? You do it consistently. If you have 100 pounds to lose, you know you're not going to lose 100 pounds tomorrow. But you can start today and start losing the weight, and a year from now be farther ahead than where you are right now. Guys, stay consistent and never quit. You've got to take action. Take action. How many people are you going to recommend or share your product with this week? Knowing you're in one of the most powerful professions, one of the most brilliant professions that's truly, this is business at its best. Organo is free enterprise at its best. It's capitalism at its best. So how many people are you going to recommend or share or sell your product to this week? How many times are you going to show the business plan this week? Become a star achiever. Today's the last day of March. Make sure you're qualified and your orders are in, but place your order on April 1st. For a star achiever. Make sure you have the product that you need to sell, to sample, to consume, and to build a growing organization. I love this. Act. Take action. Why? Because action changes things. In order for things to change, I must change. In order for things to change, you must change. But never forget the power of a seed planted. It's God's promise. It's a universal promise when you plant a seed that it multiplies. You plant an apple tree. It takes one seed to grow an apple tree, but you can get hundreds, if not thousands of apples from that one tree. You plant one kernel of corn, one seed of corn, and the corn that grows, the ears off of that one corn, you get hundreds of thousands of kernels. Why? Because when you plant the seed, you nourish it, you water it, you make the calls, you do the follow-up, you grow your confidence, you do things you never thought you had the confidence and courage to do, and you will see the results. A year from now, you will wish you had started today. Think of where you were a year ago and all the things that you could have been doing over the past year to give you a better life of where you are right now. I wrote down something I want to share with you. Before I do that, I want to touch on the power of word-of-mouth marketing. A U.S. Federal Reserve survey showed that the average household net worth for an entrepreneur is 5 times greater than that of a conventional employee. 5 times, you're more likely to have a higher income as an entrepreneur than an employee, according to the U.S. Federal Reserve. Jeff Bezos, his own boss, tried to talk him out of starting Amazon. Tried to talk him out of it, said, don't do it, it'll never work. And here's what he said. When I was looking to start an online bookstore, he told me it would never work, and he spent weeks trying to talk me out of it. But I knew I wouldn't regret trying it. I wouldn't regret failing at it, but I would regret never giving it a shot. Where would the world be without Amazon? An 85-year-old man was on his deathbed, and one of his family members came up to him, and, you know, Grandpa's got tears in his eyes. He knows the end is near. And his grandson asks him, if you could come back and live anyone's life, whose would you live? If you could come back and have another shot at life, and you could live anyone's life, whose life would you live? And with tears in his throat, the old man replied, I would come back and be the man that I could have been. What a beautiful lesson for us to get. If you could do it all over again, who would you be? Would you be who you know you were meant to be, who you know you could have been, who you know you could be if you took courage, if you took heart, and you picked up the mantle of this business? I want to leave you with this. One of my When I read this, it's by Steve Siebold, and when I read this the first time about 8 years ago, I felt free. Like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I needed to hear to become part of who I am today. And in a chapter in his book called Wealth Building Power of Network Marketing, it says the middle class underestimates the wealth building power of network marketing. The masses have been ridiculing and criticizing network marketers for over 50 years. Meanwhile, these highly trained, ferociously dedicated army of entrepreneurs have amassed billions in collective wealth. Their industry includes network marketing and multi-level marketing, direct sales, and party and event marketing. Network marketers don't have fancy titles or corner offices. Some have master's degrees and PhDs, and others are high school dropouts. Their backgrounds span the spectrum and have few common denominations save one: heart. You don't have to have an Ivy League education or $1 million portfolio to be successful in network marketing, but you do have to have the heart of a lion. I've delivered speeches on mental toughness to some of the most prestigious audiences in the world. I've served on boards and committees with executives, movie stars, and even the President of the United States. I have interviewed hundreds of the wealthiest people in the world, and after all this experience with and exposure to some of the best and brightest society has to offer, I can state emphatically that referral marketers are the most mentally tough business people on the planet. I've had tens of thousands of them in my audiences, and I've come to respect this group of freedom fighters like no other. When it comes to mental toughness, they're in a league all of their own. They start their business with a few bucks in their pocket and a dream in their heart. Most start out part-time while still employed and burn the candle at both ends, kicking, scratching, and fighting for their freedom. They're often jeered, scorned, and criticized by the masses, yet they keep moving forward boldly, fearlessly, like a locomotive thundering down the track. You can mentally beat them, kick them, and discourage them, and they keep coming back for more. It's easy to ridicule someone chasing success who's not made it yet, and the masses do. The irony is the general public's rejection of network marketers is what eventually makes them so mentally tough. By the time they've been rejected 1,000 times, it no longer matters. The emotional pain they experience in the early days of recruiting and selling is erased and replaced by the realization that their ability to get rejected and persist is the reason they are able to earn millions of dollars doing it. They awaken to the idea that if you remove rejection from the equation, you remove the opportunity to be rich. Once this paradigm shift occurs, the referral marketer begins to see recruiting and selling as a game, and the more they play, the richer they get. Network marketing is the best chance for the average person to start a business for a few $100s that has the potential to make them a millionaire, and more people are seeing that every single day. Guys, remember, this industry out-earns the movie industry, the music industry, and the NFL combined. And you've chosen to participate because I believe you have the heart of a lion. I believe you have what it takes. I believe in you and the special gifts and talents and dreams that have been placed inside your heart, inside your soul. And I believe in what we can do together, locking arms on this incredible mission of Organo to bring the treasures of the earth to the people of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. With that, I'll see you on the next call.